So we're given that P and Q are inverses. Here's a table of values for P, and here is the graph of Q. The goal is to find the value of R. So here's the overall game plan. We're going to come up with the equation for P, and then we're going to plug in this point into that equation to discover the value of R. And look, this function, Q is a line. Q is a line. I mean, look at it. It's a linear function. So the inverse of a line is another line. So you and I know that because Q is linear, then P is also linear. It's some sort of a line. And the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. But you know what? Before that, the other form that we usually use is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And honestly, before that, we need the slope m, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And if you want to find the slope, you need 2 points. If you look at the chart for P, I have one complete point, and this point doesn't really count because I don't know what R is. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to extend my table. And you see how this point is on Q? Well, if P and Q are inverses, I can take this point, flip it, and drop it in this table. So 0, negative 1.5 becomes negative 1.5, 0. So now I switched it, dropped it there. So now the graph or the table for P has 2 points that are legit. This point and this point. And you can call this like x1, y1, x2, y2. And what we can do is take these numbers and copy and paste them into this format. So our slope m would be y2, which is 0, minus y1, which is that. So y2 minus y1 over x2, that number, minus x1, negative 3. And then we can type all of this into a Casio. And I got 19 over 7. So 19 over 7, make that look like a 9. So 19 over 7 is the slope m for line P. So now that we have the slope, let's build point slope. Or for point slope, you need a point and a slope. Well, we have the slope here. We just need a point. How about we pick this point here? That's our x1 and that's our y1, which we can plug in for x1, y1 there, along with m, our slope there. So this is what that would say. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, which is negative 3. And if we clean up the double negatives, here is what we get. 9 over 17, x plus 3. If you want, you can distribute that fraction so that we get all of this here. 9 over 17x plus 27 over 17. We can subtract 30. We can subtract this fraction from both sides. Take away 27 over 34. These are gone. Y equals 9/17 x. And then here we can go Casio to combine these fractions. You know what? I think I know what that is just by looking at it. That should be positive 27 over 34. And instead of y, this is actually called P because we use the points from P to make this equation. And now to finish this problem, we go for the goal. The goal is to find the value of R. So now let's use this point here. We have 5, 2R, where this is the x and this is the y. So take 5 and plug it in for x. Take 2R and plug it in for y. So that would literally say 2R equals 9/17 times 5 plus 27 over 34. And let's see. So let me bring this up here now. So we have 2R equals. And if you type that into a Casio, it will say I got 117 over 34. And then you divide by 2 to get 117 over 68. The goal was to find the value of R, And so we have.